So this is my first time. This is my game. I don't expect you to buy the game. None of that stuff. So any backlashes, you know, I don't really care. Anyhow, this is right now the Deus Ex Mankind Divided. Say this is actually a challenge compared to the first one, especially in normal mode. I mean, it's been challenging even in the first game, but at the same time, it's like 10 times more security. There is, you know, you try to, you know, hack into people's homes. You know, police is most likely to be there shortly. Well, I guess it depends on the person's home you're breaking into. But right now, I'm gonna just, you know, play a little bit here just so you guys can get a good look at it. I'm still somewhat towards the continuing. I'm not gonna tell you much about the story because I feel that it would just ruin it. I mean, you could take a look like at the beginning right here. Apparently right now it's 2029, you know, after the incident from the first game. Note there are going to be spoilers in here, so if you don't want me to say any spoilers about the first game, stop watching right now. But okay, I'm going to go into spoilers now. First game, you know, at the end, basically a lot of people, as it says right here, you know, that a lot of people who got these enhancements of these mechanical devices, you know, they went on a killing frenzy, but it wasn't really their fault. Someone else actually made it that way to make sure that this kind of enhancement, you know, never continues. But of course, you had like 4 different types of chooses of endings. Anyhow, but, you know, apparently I was moved somewhere else, you know, and doing missions and such, you know. And I just recently discovered that my OGs, there were secret enhancements into the system that were completely unaware. And basically at this point, in honesty, I'm trying to figure out who's on my side and who's not. But enough of that, a bit about the story. As you could see, the graphics are actually really nice on the PS4. The maps and all the little stuff, like you see the map in the upper right hand corner, is actually more accurate, as well as it shows you on the bottom right corner. It has your ammo, it has your grenades, your health, and on the lower left it has your augments that you already have. I have the cloaking device and the smart vision, which allows me the smart vision. Can see through walls, that kind of thing. I really liked how they added that. It has like, I guess you could say at first, when I first started playing it, it had a lot of complications. Like, I guess you could say, oh, here's one of the robots right here that kind of keep an eye on you every now and again. So, you know, beware of that. You could see it on the map what the logo looks like with that robot patrolling around. Right now I have to do an objective here, so apparently I have to go down there. Now here's like the menu. It shows you, of course, main missions, side missions, points of optional, just like kind of like the side missions are, but somewhat different. You have the map. It's actually much more like easier to read compared to the first game. The first game, I mean, like, it tells you which part of the city you're in, but it doesn't tell you or label, you know, who you need to find to sell, to buy things, to sell things, you know. This one has ladders and camera, like landmarks here. And then of course you have, this is what, like, you know, if you've played the first one where you've gotten your, you know, you get those little tablets or little things that have the information, letters, emails, like pocket secretaries. This is what they look like now. And here's ebooks, you know, these are the items that I already have, like, you know, you have access cards, you know, it tells you what you have. This is breach software. I assume this has something to do with some of your, I guess you could say, stuff for the hack. I'm not really too sure. I don't really care. I haven't really used it, so. And this is, apparently, if you could find these triangle codes, you have to scan it over something of an app that you get. And I don't know, maybe you get stuff, but I haven't tried it. Of course, the emails, the history, basically everything. And then this is basically all the, it's the guides to how to, you know, what's your software, you know, what does this mean, what does that mean, what's stealth, you know, energy augments. Gives you all the information, all you need to know how to figure this game. The hacking basics, I recommend you kind of look into it before doing any hacking. it kind of shocked me on how more detailed it is, and how at first I'm all thought, oh my gosh, this is going to be complicated, but it's basically the same thing as the first one. It just looks really nicely detailed, and if you've been waiting for the second game or whatever, you know, you're not expecting that so much detail, and you're worried that, oh my gosh, it's going to be hard, but it's not. Alright. Well, the actions are pretty simple. At the beginning, it'll tell you what kind of action, like, you know, what kind of set of controls you have access to. You know, you could use the same controlling set as the first game. You can use the new set of controls that, you know, they have there. That you could switch it around, you know. But I decided to go with the Mankind Divided. You know, the set of controls. Oh.
Hold it, Clank. Let me see your permit, and be quick about it.
I'm sure you'll find everything in order, officer.
What's the matter, eh? I'm holding you up from some important, this is a BH-847.
Is that what it is? Sounds impressive.
Are you going to be a problem? Eyes to yourself. You are cleared through this checkpoint. Go about your business.
As you could see, like what said, in this game, you know, people with augments and whatnot are not treated well.
It's quiet.
So look, I have to go through like AUGs or something like that. I think I could still go forward, but I think I need to go to the AUGs.
Alright, Miller, I'm at the metro.
Perfect timing. Chang says your private chariot will arrive any time you call up Rizika Station on the map.
Chang, you had him hack into Prague's public transit company so I can get to Rizika?
Plan A wasn't working.
Alright, well, you could talk to other people. It's actually kind of optional, and you get more emotion out of it, you know. I have to take the train, but I'll show you a little bit very quickly because I plan not to be here so long. The hacking security, I'm going to show you how it works, basically. Like how it looks. See? Very simple. Basically the same thing. It looks intimidating, but it's actually not much different. And I have a cloaking with mine. The more you actually put the... If you want like a little hint in honesty, like if you have... right now I got about 4 seconds. Yeah, there we go. If you actually add the little protection on each of your flags very quickly, you can do it. Okay. You already have basically the gas mask, I think, but I'm not sure because at the beginning of the game, it kind of restarted my augments. So basically, I'm not sure if I can go down there. But I decided to unlock it mostly for experience. Okay, moving on. Actually, no. Let me actually go down here because people are more paranoid than ever. I'm going to show you a bit of basic weaponry of what I have. Here's the alcohol, painkillers, you know, pretty easy access. I prefer to go non-lethal. It's more quieter and it's more of a challenge to me. I have a tranquilizer rifle. You have the machine pistol. You have the, of course, the regular, the 10mm pistol. Tactical shotgun, battle rifle, combat rifle, and stun gun. I prefer using the tranquilizer gun and the stun gun unless maybe if the target is I can't reach it with either one, then I'll probably use lethal. But I already upgraded, so you know, to my max on my storage already. And look, it's still the same as the first game, you know. No matter how big of a size of storage you get, it's still not going to be enough. So, sorry to break the news there to you guys. Okay, well, moving on. Actually, no, one more thing. I need to do this in here because I don't want to get caught by police officials or anything like that, you know, and get shot. Okay, hold this. Like, for instance, when I hold that. If you actually hold the L2... No, that's scope. My bad. No. Okay, get rid of that. Actually, if you hold square, you can actually switch the ammo type. And you could get, like, the firing pattern, you could switch it and whatnot. I actually like that feature to it. Also, you're going to get parts as well, which can be used to upgrade, like, any of your, like, equipment. Like, if I were to choose this and I hold the customize, you know, you can get parts. If you have like 200 parts, you can go ahead and add ammo capacity. I have 105 parts available, so that's obviously not enough. Now, if you want my absolute opinion on this game, I believe it's actually a really great game, actually. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where the hell am I supposed to go.
Smells like police.
Oh, okay. Where the yellow thingy is, I have to go there. So, I'm gonna travel here. The game itself, I love the graphics. I love the way it has new challenges. It's not as, I guess you could say, even at the beginning, it could be a little bit more difficult. I got the special edition, I got the figure, all the nice fancy little gear and whatnot, you know, I'm not really paying attention too much about that. But if you want my opinion on the game, and, you know, if you actually are interested in playing this game, you know, it'll be best to play the first one, so that way you have a, you know, that way you're not going to spend a lot of money on this game.
Jensen, what's wrong? What are you doing here?
Miller sent me to find you. Thought you might have run into trouble.
He said that? Did he use those exact words? Because it's not my fault.
What'd he do?
What happened, Smiley?
1 minute I'm in there running the show, and the next they accuse me of trying to tamper with evidence. Me. Can you believe that? I would never do that, Adam. Never.
I don't know, would you?
It's our crime scene.
Exactly. But try telling them that. The minute they went for their guns, I decided it was time to shut up and get out of there. They accuse me of tampering with evidence. They're probably destroying all the evidence there is right now. You know, at first I thought this was about Sonia.
Sonia? Sonia who?
Oh, just some girl I've been teaching English to. Turns out her husband is a little territorial. You know the type.
Smiley.
You think?
Right. Back to the case.
Trying to
The thing
get
is, I think I
funky with
found
study
something in
group,
there,
or
something
the study
big,
session,
something
huh?
that could just blow this case wide open. I just need to get a look at the scan of the blast area, so... Actually, it's a good thing that you're here. I don't suppose you could... Jensen your way in there and...
But yeah, you know, right now I'm almost actually out of time, actually. As you could see, you have different little, you know, when you're talking to someone, you can ask the proper questions and answers and replies.
What do you think is
So,
on this scan?
if you want my opinion
It's
of the
evidence,
game,
Jensen.
I
3D mass
absolutely love
spectrometer
it.
scan
You
of
know,
the
if you want me to
explosion
give you a ranking,
And
you know how you're gonna hear me say
And
often
if I had
5,
one more
like, you
minute
know,
in
like
there,
if I had like
I'd
a
have it with
1
me
to
right
5
now,
ranking,
and I
I'd
could
go with
find
5.
out. The
But
fact that they don't want me to see it makes me want to see it
other than
more.
that,
It's
you
important.
know, if you're actually looking for a challenge,
So what am I
and you
looking
know,
at
if
in
you're
there?
very interested in this game just by seeing
It's a
what there
blast
is,
site. There's debris
you know, I
everywhere,
recommend you
plenty of
play the
cops,
first
too.
one before
Once
you
get
spend
past
a
the
lot of
turnstiles
money
and security
on
offices,
this
you
new
should have a
game.
clean path to the tourist office where they
Because,
have
you
the
know,
scan.
it'd be best to
You can
obviously,
see.
you know, play it and know
How
what's
many
going
cops are
on,
inside?
and, you
I
know,
don't
you don't
know,
want to
several.
go
They
up
all had
on that challenge
guns,
without
so I
knowing
didn't stop
what
and
to
count
expect
them all.
when playing the first
There's
game.
at least one guy in an exosuit.
But, you know,
My
this is my
guess
first
they'll shoot
time,
first
so
and bury the
I
bodies
hope you
later.
guys actually enjoy some of the gameplay that I
need that
have here for
evidence.
you today, and I hope,
Yes, exactly.
I think
That's
right
the
now I have
spirit.
still a
We
little bit
need
of
it.
time, so,
But you won't be able to just walk in there and ask them for it.
like
since you're
I said,
Interpol
graphics are
legal,
great. I think the gameplay is
augmented.
challenging. It has a bunch of
Activists was
options for you to
attacking
pick
exactly
from when
fans
it
of
comes
the,
to how you want to play the game.
So where do I find it?
And I think Jensen
forensic
always
team
looks
set up
as cool
camp
as ever,
inside the
and I
tourist
really love the
agency.
figure.
Or
I'm really
what
glad
used
I
to be the
invested in
tourist agency.
that
Get to
special
the setup,
edition.
grab the DSD with the scanner
And-
and get out. Easy peasy.
Well, if you guys have any comments, if
This
you
could
think I
take a
should
while,
still
Smiley.
continue,
Got
you
it.
know, feel free to
I'll
let
get
me
out of your way,
know.
head back to
Leave a
HQ.
comment below.
Good
This is
luck,
my first
and,
time I've ever posted
let's not tell
anything,
Miller
you
about
know,
this one,
especially
okay?
live. So I really hope you guys
Right.
enjoyed the video. Okay, well, I still have like about 10 seconds, so like, yeah. So I hope you guys like it. Please leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Okay, I need to